And before we start, I just want to ask, how far are you? Has anybody already started? Like, how far are you with the Rust Intro to Rust course? The one from Cyprin? Are you guys winning so far?
Hi.
Hi, Velo.
Yeah, I haven't started. So the topic that you guys were discussing about waking up early in the morning, yeah, I failed to wake up because I also prefer to do stuff in the morning, but I failed to wake up, so I couldn't get started yet.
Yeah. Just I think the best way is just to break it down in bite sizes, because if you tell yourself that, yeah, I'm not go through the whole thing, you're going to get overwhelmed. And what I like doing is, break it down maybe into 10 to 15%. So you go through a course because it shows you the percentage, like how far you are. So you can start to maybe this evening you do 10%, and then tomorrow you do another 10%. The weekend maybe you do 20 on Saturday, another 20 on Sunday. You just do it in bite sizes. Much more easy for you to digest, and it's also much more easy for you to learn. I've been really busy with school. After work, I'll be able. Yeah, it's not really a lot. It's just 4 hours videos content. But there's also some exercises that you're gonna have to do. So in total, maybe you can take maybe 6 hours of your time, I guess, or 4 to 6 hours of your time, because you're also gonna do exercises as well, which are really fun. Uh, so today, let me share my screen. I just wanna speak about a few topics that might confuse you, because Rust is a bit different to other programming languages. So there's a few things that you have to know. Mm. Hello, Wilfred.
Hello.
Great to have you.
Thanks.
All right. So it's this screen here. Yes, Q. Fill in.
Good evening, everyone. I hope that you're well. Sorry for being late. On the Rust, no, on the Cypher thing, the course, it says choose a career. What career am I going through again? Is it blockchain foundations or?
No, that's
So
something else.
you're not picking a career. Ben, I don't know if you can just go to a new tab and then just search Cypher Updraft Rust, and that's the course that you're actually supposed to do. And then we can just drop the course in the URL. Yeah, that's the one. So you don't have to pick a career or any of that stuff. You just go directly to that course.
Yeah.
And it's a standalone course, so it's not combined with everything else.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So let me.
But I would advise looking into the rest of the courses they have because they are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you in Discord by any chance? Are you in Discord?
Nope. No, I'm not.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay, I'll share the links. I'll share the links here for everyone for all of our channels, and then you can jump on.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so going back to Rust, did we speak about the variable already? Variables? I don't know if we did. Okay, but
Just run through it here. I think it's the
Yeah.
easiest.
So Rust variables. Wait, that's if you have no coding experience, thumbs up, because some terms might not make sense. If you have no coding experience, meaning you have never coded in Python or any languages, thumbs up. Then all of you will understand what I'm trying to say. No, Fred? No experience coding?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me explain everything in layman's terms, because it's your first time here, right?
Yes, this is my first time, yeah.
Okay. So we are in the second section of the courses that we're running. So the first section was introduction to blockchain, and now now it's the introduction to Rust. We are coding in Rust, which is a language that we're going to be using when you're creating smart contracts on the Stellar blockchain. So we have a course, the one updraft, the link that I just shared. It goes in details with regards to what we're teaching today. So now I'm just going to run through some of the stuff that you're going to run through when you're going through the course. So here, the first thing I'm going to speak about is the data type. So if you've coded in Python, you know that there is floating point, there is Boolean, there is integer, and there's all that. With Rust, you have to be very specific. So as it's written here, Rust is strongly typed to prevent unexpected behavior. So when you define an integer, you also define like how many bytes does that integer have. So let me give you an example. Let me use my notepad so that you see. Pad. So let's say you declare a variable. Oh, this is small. I'm sure. You declare a variable x is equal to 30, right? So this is a variable. So x just so this is a variable x and it's 30. So by default, when you create a variable like that with Rust, by default it's an U32, an unsigned integer of 32 bytes by default. But if you want to be specific, you can. So let me first explain what is U32. So if you want to be specific, then you define it like that. So x U32 is equal to 30. So this means that the range of the data that x is going to take will be, the max will be 2 to the power of 32 minus 1. So let me use my calculator and see like how much is that exactly. So 2 to the power of 32 minus 1. So it's up to 4 billion. So it's like 4294979967295. So this is the range of data it can take, numbers it can take. So it cannot take more number than that, because if it goes to, let's say you say let x u32 is equal to, this is the max that it can take, and I put 6 here. Then there's going to be an overflow. So it's going to just go back to 1. So it's going to be like, I'm going to go back to 1 because it's an overflow. So to avoid that, there's other unit that you can use, you can define here. So instead of U32, you can go U64, which will even be a bigger range. There's also U8 for smaller bytes. So U8 simply means the range is up to 2 to the power of 8 minus 1. I hope that makes sense. So if it's 2 8, so it simply means that I won't go above 255. 255 is the max that it will take. If it goes to 256, there's an overflow. It's gonna go back to 1 because it's an unsigned integer. So signed integer is I32. So now if you're talking about I32, like here, for example, then we can take negative numbers. Now here we can take negative numbers. -2, -3. But the range also is going to be the same range. But this is also going to include the negative side as well. So when we say, let's say, like here is 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 32. So this will take, like on both sides, 2 to the power of 16 one side, and then 2 to the power of 16 the other side. I don't know if it makes sense. So this is how you declare. So there's many other scalar types. There's floating point. So floating point takes in your floating numbers or your 5.3, 5 point. How do you call it again in math? Can someone help me? Decimals, yeah. So floating points takes in decimal numbers. The Boolean takes true, false, and then there's character, the Unicode character. Let's move on. Yes, Mukhtar?
So Boolean is also just 1 and 0.
Yes.
So 1 being true and 0 being false. So it's just the number essentially for a computer.
Thank you, Mukhtar. Now there's what we call shadowing. So before we get to shadowing, I think we have to talk about mutation, immutability. Let me see if it's here. Let me just start a program quickly. Let's see, ls. Close this. Cargo init example. Might take a while to save time. Let me just read through it. So shadowing basically mean you create the same variable of the same name. Like for example, you have let x is equal to 5. Forget about this dash. It's not a minus sign. So let me just use my notepad. So you have let x is equal to 5. So now the current value of x is 5. But now when you're shadowing, you are changing it. So it's going to be let x is equal to 6. So now the new value of x is 6. So it's transformed. So that is shadowing. And I'm gonna speak about mutation. I'm gonna show you mutation in action. I'm waiting for this program to start. And let me just jump into control flow. So control flow, for those who are coding, have experience, is simple if and else. Rise is also the same. Like, for example, you create a variable let fee equal if let fee is equal, no, if amount is greater than 102, if else 1. So here you are basically saying if an amount, whatever, let's say you have a function. So you have a function and you put something inside that function, and there's like the amount inside the function. So if that amount is greater than 100, then return 2, or else return 1. And this might be confusing to some of you. When in Rust, one of the things also you're also going to learn is when you create a function in Rust, there's 2 ways of returning wherever you are. There's 2 ways of returning. Let me just type it out here. Let me see how far this thing is. Okay, yeah. Let's see, ls. So it's better to show you an example in action. Okay, see the example and code. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is a simple hello world program by default. So where were we? Let me go back here. No, I think it's better I use the Cryphon. Sorry. Let me go back to the Rust crash course. So what I'm opening right here is the Rust crash course from the site from Cypher. So it has all the exercises, all the examples that you're going to see in the course. And it has many different topics that you can just go, like here, there's topics, and we can go to function, for example. Function, we have multiplication, and we have a function for division. And then let's go to test. We also have a test where the test basically tests your lib.rs, and to, like, here's multiplication, 1 multiplied by 0 must be 0, 0 multiplied by 1, 0. So, and to do allows the program to run without an error. So here we can just change and add our code. Here, basically, we want to create a function that multiplies two values. And let me go to here so we can see exactly what I'm talking about. Where is its color? This is what we just talked about. So here's just what we spoke about, the scalar types. And there's a scalar type exercise here. This is what it's all about. We have a public function EQ compared to input of type char for equality and return bool. Yeah, let's do this together. So exercise 1. Am I the only one who can see the screen? Can everyone see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen. I was just replying, sorry.
Lynette, can you see the screen? Lynette? No.
Nope, I think it's my network.
Wait, let me just do this and share again. Can you see now? Lynette, can you see now?
I just think it's my network. Let me configure it.
Okay, cool. So
No,
so far, anyone here done this exercise? This is the very first exercise, I think. Anyone has done it so far? Yeah, let's go through it. So we have public function, and then we just have to add the code here. And then we have exercise 2. We have to add compared to input of the type char for equality and then return bool. So let's go to scalar type. So here we have so now here we have a function called equal, and we are comparing two numbers. For those one who have coded, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? This is a simple question. Like if you've coded in Python or Java, what do you do to compare values? Inequality. And so and we're also going to look at how we taking. So equal, the function has to have two, it's taking two values, and then here assert just basically we return if true. So let's go back to lib. So we're taking two values here. So it's going to be gonna be a value here, A, and there's gonna be a value B. And then we're gonna have to return a Boolean. So here we're going to call it it's going to be a U8. We're not going to be taking a big value, and this one also is going to be a U8, an unsigned integer of 8-bit. And another thing about Rust, you have to define what you're actually returning. You have to be very specific. And here we are returning. What are we returning? Question to you. What are we actually returning? Are we returning an integer? Are we returning a floating point? What are we returning here? Correct. Returning a Boolean. So to return it, you simply do that. And so you just tell us that we're going to be returning a Boolean. And now we are comparing two values. So this is where we can use if else. So if A is equal to A, then true. Else false. So another thing about Rust, when you write a value without a semicolon, you're simply going to return it. So the value, so the line that has no semicolon is what is going to be returned. So I could either say return true and a semicolon, or I'll just leave it like that. I'll remove the semicolon. So this is going to work like that. So let's look at the test to make sure. Oh, here we look. I made a mistake. We're dealing with strings here, right? Character. Sure. So here I made a mistake. We're using a character because if you look at it, the text here, we're comparing it. Does it make sense, everyone? Okay. Save. And now let's go now to add. What does add tell us? So add fix the inside add, okay. Add 3 inputs of type F32 and return the sum. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're adding 3 inputs of F32. So who wanna take over? What do I put on the function? Who wants to take over? Anyone? We want to add 3 values inside the function, 3 input inside the function, and we want to return the sum. So to simply put, we're going to have x F32, right? F32, which is a floating point, F32. We have y F32, and then we have z F32. So we want to return F32, the sum, which is going, we will return the sum, which is also F32. So what do I put here? Question to you guys, what do I put here? Thank you, Victor. F32. That's why, because that's why we are returning. And here we're just simply going to return x plus y plus z. So notice we're not putting any comma anywhere because we are returning it. So we're just going to be returning. Cost. If the function cost, we're gonna turn the scalar type from what it is at the moment, because here we have x is a U8, y is a I8, z is a F32. So we're gonna add all the and then cut them, turn it into an F32. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. So who want to take over? I don't know if the slides have cost here. Let me just look at it here. Sorry, Tamila was supposed to be here, but could not make it. We were supposed to be running the class. I'm not really sure if cast is here. No. So let's leave it like that for now and run the code. So see the topics. We are scalar. Okay. So we're going to run the code. So now we have to go inside exercise, CD exercises. I'll go test. Because now we want to test. We obviously gonna fail the last one, but let's hope we pass the first two. Oh, there's a mistake here. Okay, let's fix this. So the first error that you have is this one here. I sometimes confuse typing in mixed up languages sometimes. Where we go wrong here? Does add work? I want to see which.
Semicolons. You didn't put semicolons in to terminate.
Wait, let me just clean up this one. Oh, for the last one, we know it was not gonna work anyway.
That last one, you have X on line 14, put after X as F32.
No, this one, don't care about this one for now. The cost.
Oh, but I can tell you what how to cast it to F32.
Okay, let's do it. How do we cast it?
After X,
Yeah.
space, as space, F32. Okay, and then the same for Y.
So you know how to code Rust? Did you start already?
No, I read the documentation, how it works.
And that is stays the same.
That is fine. Yeah. So you can cast up, but you can't cast down. That's when you lose what is it, floating point. You lose precision when you're casting down. So it won't work. But you can go up. So you can cast U8 upwards to something bigger, but you can't cast it down to something smaller.
Did all of you hear that? Okay, let's go. Okay, so yeah, so we passed the test. So just to further explain what happened here, so we just change this color type from the U8 to F32 and the I8 to F32, and that just stay the same because it's already F32. And like Rick has mentioned, you cannot cast down. Like for example, let's say this was U32, for example, or a U64. Go back to F32. Cannot cast down F32. So yeah. So this is the first topic.
Can I show one more thing? Sorry.
Yes.
In the first function,
Yeah.
you can make that smaller by just doing the A equals B. If you're just doing a normal check there, if you have extra logic, then you can do it inside a if block. But if you're just doing a check for a true and false, that conditional there and the if as well, you can take that out.
Mm.
Nope. On line 2, the if,
Yeah.
you can also take that out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that there returns, because Rust is a weird language, your last line returns, and here you're doing a conditional check. William, oh, you changed that. Yeah, that must go back to you.
It was my mistake. It's the test. The test.
So that should work now. Yeah, there you go.
So
If you're doing something small, then you can just have something equal something. But if you're actually doing more logic based on conditions, then you can put it inside your if and call other functions.
sure. So this function basically returns that, and because we're returning a boolean, so a boolean, like we said, can only be true or false. So if this line is true, if A is indeed equal to B, then we return true. If not, if this is not equal, then it's going to be false, going to be returned. Thank you so much for your contribution, Lucas.
Cool, pleasure.
Yeah, so there's many more exercises. There's overflow as well. And what I touched it a little bit. And yeah, I'll want you guys to go through it. And this is what we talk about, like X, because we're dealing with U32. The max of U32 is 4 billion point something. So it's 2 to the power of 32 minus 1. And my mistake, it doesn't go to 1. I mentioned that it goes back to 1. It actually goes to 0, because 0 is the first number in U32. Unsigned number, an unsigned number. So unsigned number start from 0. Signed numbers goes to the negative as well. So goes back to 0. And what else can I add? So yeah, like, but what I really want you guys to do is just to fly through the whole thing, and that's going to really help you. But if you're having issues, if you have any section that you don't really understand, you are free to hit me up or to ask on Discord or in the group, and I'm going to attend to it. Yes, int and float are not the same. Float decimal numbers. Yeah, as you know. So yeah, any question, guys? And please start as soon as possible. And to Wilfred, Wilfred, we have our channel. We have a YouTube channel where we. Let me share. Can you please share, Mukta? Can you please share the channel, the YouTube channel?
Sure, I'll do that now.
So this is week 2. So you still have time to catch up because we're on week 2 right now. So the YouTube channel has everything that we did last week and some of the stuff that we did this week and this week as well. So last week was just introduction, and from Tuesday we started cooking. So you'll be able to catch up. And Mukta is going to share. Yes, that's our YouTube channel. Mukta just shared it.
Let me just grab the GitHub as well, because you should also see the crash courses that we have. So there are 4 of them there. The one is the introductory to blockchain basics and Stellar. And then there is the Rust course, which we are currently on and still building. And then we'll have the Soroban course up and running in about 2 weeks. Well, a week and a bit.
Correct. But any other questions before we bounce?
Cool. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
so far, like, I assume everyone installed. Did everyone manage to install Rust?
Yes.
Who didn't so far? Who didn't? Who's facing problems? Okay, that means we can start. Yeah. Even go through, maybe do 5% this evening, just 5%. We should be like maybe 2 or 3 topics, about 3 topics, about 3, 4 topics. Not topics, lessons.
And the lessons are short. They're like mini lessons of like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. So it's quick to do the first little bit. And then read through some stuff and like do one section or even half a section, like half a section in the morning, half a section for lunch, another half a section for after evenings, and like you'll be done it in no time.
All right. So there's Scala. So it's a very beautiful course. Yeah, I think I should also go through it because just to refresh my Rust.
Come on,
Yes.
Sensei Ben, you were the one that made us do it. How come did you do it?
I've done it, yes. I've finished the course, but just been a while.
Fair enough.
Been working with Rust. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for joining. And yeah, good night.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Good night. Thanks, Ben.